Now, layered through all of this conversation is really about designing for movement and human-centric planning versus just the historic idea of we're just going to move cars. Our co-founder, or CEO, or Cal Chamberlain, when he was stuck in gridlock traffic, he would say, there's got to be another way. If we spend all this time getting people into cars, now how do we get them out? And so really not talking about just moving vehicles and people, but smarter ways to move people. And really what we were doing 40, 50, 60 years ago, there's so much new technology, whether you have the AI applications for really efficiencies, but also the multimodal, multi-layer options that are there. So again, this is where that conversation really starts to change. And historically, we've designed cities around those vehicles, as I've just mentioned. But people don't actually care about vehicles like they used to. In fact, increasingly, there's a lot less vehicle ownership. And so that invites a lot of these shared mobilities, the autonomous options, the different types of public transit, and I'm cautious with that one. And then, of course, the new inventions of personal rapid transit, aerial mobility, they're certainly going to be on the table. So the focus now shifts from moving cars to just movement, from speed of moving cars to now efficient movement of people. And I know that sounds nuanced, but that is really the root of what we're looking at doing as we do these future city designs. So that means, first of all, connections need to be seamless. We often use in our work around being sustainable, scalable, resilient, and seamless urban mobility. And while SNAAP Transportation on its own can really help alleviate a lot of the problems in the last mile, the last 5 miles, we certainly can run long distances in a nonstop manner, an A to B, and still be part of that seamless human-centered journey on a day-to-day basis, whether that's leaving the house, going to work, leaving home to go to school, and then other activities, or simply a better quality of life and access to mobility, accessibility, job creation, and local ownership. So again, that's the idea around those seamless connections. And it also means integrating things around the shared mobility, on-demand systems, and then eventually autonomous solutions. By themselves, an autonomous vehicle is really not going to be the silver bullet solve. Increasing efficiencies in batteries, efficiencies in autonomous vehicles, efficiencies around shared mobility. We would invite increasingly adding the layer of personal rapid transit that is sustainable and scalable and resilient, not causing new infrastructure or road construction or disruption. But again, these new layers of mobility that'll help move people around more efficiently, effectively, rather than always focus on vehicle movement. And at the end of the day, the goal isn't faster cars, it's just shorter, easier, and more reliable journeys. And it's funny, we can go a 15-mile daily commute to work and know that the first 10 miles will take us about 12 minutes. But the last 5 miles could triple or even worse our journey to work. And so how do we take 15 minutes and treat it as 25-minute commute instead of, 15 miles, 25-minute commute versus 15 miles and have it 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes and then really come at the end of our journey stressed out, traffic, that's the way it was, and now we got to plug ourselves into whatever activity we were heading to, work, family engagements, and quality of life. So again, we got to now really look at the areas of movement of people in efficient ways and seamless ways and not focus on vehicle movement. So again, that's a point of contention for this segment on or episode.